Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got a very powerful report to share with you. And that is this: the globalists and big tech organizations and tyrants all over the globe are coming for your privacy and your freedom of speech. And they will stop at nothing until they have their hands on the ultimate control mechanism for humanity. And that is knowing everything about you, knowing where you are, knowing what you research, knowing what you look at, because it forms the ultimate control grid. Now, they're even coming after our last batons of freedom, and that is the organizations that are attempting to give us privacy, such as VPNs, something I've talked about on my channel, which is one reason I partner with them. But let me show you this. VPNs are something that when you get on the internet, you basically can look at anything you want, and it pretends as if it's being searched out of another computer altogether. This is why globalists and tyrants and big techs don't like them, because they can't get a legit picture on what you're searching on the internet. And this is why they are being banned in multiple countries. Check this out. Here's a list of the countries they're already banned in, and it goes from Belarus, China, Iraq, Iran, Oman, Russia, Turkey, Uganda, UAE, and Venezuela. Now, if you use a VPN in these countries, North Korea, Cuba, Egypt, Vietnam, Bahrain, Turkmenistan, and Myanmar, if you use it there, then you're using it in a very risky situation, although there is no ban. And in Syria and Libya, they are actually taking actions to block VPNs. Now, why would they do that? As I stated earlier, it's a control mechanism. They don't want their people to have the freedom to look at things on the internet. If you want to look at some conspiracy theory or fact, as I like to call them, then you have a right to do that. Whereas some countries are now censoring any negative information about their government, specifically China, North Korea, Iraq, Iran, these types of countries, and which is why I have made it an adamant attempt to partner at hidewithlisa.com. If you guys don't have a VPN, get one. Do not get the free ones because they do not delete your information on a daily basis. This one does. If you guys want to check it out, you can go to hidewithlisa.com. Click on the tab, get this exclusive deal. There's a free 30-day trial right now. You can pick yourself or your family, 3 or more devices. Pick a plan. I recommend 24 months because it's the best deal at $324 a month. Then you can pick on add-on, any add-on you want. I use Protection Plus and IdentiSafe. Protection Plus helps against those DDoS attacks, but that's one site. If you don't use them, use someone. But let me just show you a few of the ways that they are censoring even more so here in America, because I can guarantee you, if they're going after VPNs internationally, they're going to go after them eventually, possibly in our country, unless we can bring enough attention to them. It's nobody's business what you look at on the internet. But here's some of the latest. TheStranger.com, this was published December 6th. Big tech embraces big censorship. Investors.com, Google's dangerous drift towards censorship. Even Amazon is attempting to track everything. Technocracy.news, is Amazon the embodiment of Orwellian surveillance? It goes on to say that Amazon has exhibited patterns of Orwellian control with its own employees, as well as the general public. The question is Jeff Bezos off the rails with technocracy and the science of social engineering that requires tracking of everything in the known environment? Maybe this is why we now have the Amazon key, where they can get into your house and deliver your packages inside versus outside. I don't know about you, but that's borderline creepy to allow some stranger into my home. I don't care if he's delivering packages. But if they come in the home and they so happen to see, I don't know, a gun on the counter, imagine the news report that would come out of that. This is insane. But you know what? It's not just Amazon. Google and Facebook and YouTube and all of them are part of wanting to gain your information. And guess what? In addition to gaining your information, they want to censor us into oblivion, and global tyrants are all a part of that. Check out this report. This first one here comes from dailynews.com, and it's titled Sudan Journalists Strike to Protest Crackdown on Censorship. Newsmax.com, Cuba readies more censorship efforts on performers and artists. This is just going to the everyday person now. Gizmodo.com, India proposes regulations to force tech platforms to censor the web and shatter security. Now, this one goes on to talk about how they're going to force big tech to censor content that is, quote unquote, grossly harmful, harassing, blasphemous, defamatory, obscene, pornographic, pedophilic, licentious, invasive of another's privacy, hateful or racially, ethnically objectionable, disparaging, relating or encouraging money laundering or gambling or otherwise unlawful in any manner whatsoever, harm minors in any way, infringes any patent, trademark, copyright, or other rights. Whoa! That will pretty much censor everyone into oblivion, because who doesn't get offended by some post sometime? All right? That is the kind of stuff that technocrats and globalists are doing. So they're coming after your last sense of privacy, a VPN, which will keep them from knowing what you're looking at because it's none of their business. And so it keeps big tech from knowing everything about you. But at the same time, there's censorship coming from this global tyrant organization who works hand in step, hand in foot with these big tech organizations. You know, Facebook has an entire, rule book that they follow to find out who they want to censor or not. Now, this report just came out. Check it out, msm.com. Inside Facebook's secret rule book for global political speech, or also known as a censorship rulebook. It states, how can Facebook monitor billions of posts per day in over 100 languages, all without disturbing the endless expansion that is core to its business? The solution, a network of workers using a maze of PowerPoint slides spelling out what's forbidden. The Times was provided with more than 1,400 pages from the rule books by an employee who said he feared that the company was exercising too much power with too little oversight and making too many mistakes. An examination of the files reveals numerous gaps, bias, and outright errors. As Facebook employees grope for the right answers, they have allowed extremist language to flourish in some countries while censoring mainstream speech in others. Want some examples? Oh, you're going to love this. In the US, for example, Facebook banned the Proud Boys, a far-right Trump group. The company also blocked an inflammatory ad about a caravan of Central American migrants that was produced by President Trump's own political team. Here's another one. In June, according to internal emails reviewed by the Times, moderators were told to allow users to praise the Taliban. They allowed that praising of the Taliban, normally a forbidden practice, if they mentioned its decision to enter into a ceasefire. In another email, moderators were told to hunt down and remove rumors wrongly accusing an Israeli soldier of killing a Palestinian medic. So much information. So they have a censorship rulebook there at Facebook. And these other Google big tech organizations, they go before Congress acting like they're God with a little g, and not having to suffering any consequences by their congressional hearing for straight up lying to Congress about it. They're getting these profiles on you. Meanwhile, our last baton of a defense against it, your VPNs that hide what you search, are being banned in countries all across the globe. And censorship continues to rise. There's a problem, and there's something more going on. They shouldn't be allowed to have that private data of yours. Prevent it. Get a VPN. And I know I've said this before, but I have partnered with them on purpose because I honestly believe in the cause of a VPN. And it's a great deal. And you can get it at hidewithlisa.com. They've got Christmas specials on there right now. But I say this from the bottom of my heart, out of love. Get on something, because I don't care if you want to search sunshine and rainbows and lollipops, or if you want to look at Bigfoot and mermaid or whatever it is. It's nobody's business. It's that simple. And one way we can push back the tyrants of time is to make it very known that we support groups that support us keeping our freedom. Anyhow, I love you guys. I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns below. Please leave your comments. What do you think about it? I think we should stand with companies like that protect us on a daily basis. That's my thought. That's my 2 cents, especially when they're being attacked. Anyhow, please subscribe to the channel and also subscribe to my backup channel. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.